Okay, today's Monday the 16th September, and I wanted to bring you up to date from yesterday because I ran out of battery because I was flying. And what I did was I mixed up the Interlux 404 epoxy primer, and I painted this with the brush to see how it would react with the brush. And now I have to sand it and it's beautiful. It is flat beautiful. I'm supposed to put 2 coats of this on, so I'll sand this today and then put another coat on it. Now, one thing I want to tell you about this wood, I made a mistake in the fact that I painted on this plastic, but it's not a big deal. I got some places here. I'm just going to sand those off, and if you do have a drop cloth under the wood when you paint, make sure you've got some kind of wooden blocks to hold it up so it gets plenty of air underneath. But it's still beautiful, and it will be beautiful. Now, that one I painted out there on the dock, so it was on wood and it worked perfect. So I'm going to paint this side today and paint all the other pieces as well. Do a little sanding on them, and we will have this ready to go. One more coat after this. Total of 3 coats. I might even do 4. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this tape, this blue tape. Start up here at the nose, the bow, and I'm going to get this ready, and I'm going to start painting back with the roller aft, so that and I mix up 1 quart at a time. 4 ounces of thinner, 4 ounces of hardener, and then 12 ounces of the 404. And we're going to get this baby painted post-haste. Stay tuned. Okay, I sanded down the new pieces, or the old pieces I should say, and got all the marks out of the varnish. And now I'm going to wipe them down with mineral spirits to get all the dust off, and then I'm going to recoat them again. Now see, this one here I didn't mess up on. Okay, well, these are looking nice. Yeah, looking real nice. But I gotta show you what this pain in the ass I got going on up here. There's old tape and there's new tape. He redid the deck to hull joint, and then he taped it to protect it, and then retaped it some more. As you can see right there, you got old tape and then you got the new tape, and it's stuck to it, and I'm having to scrape by hand this whole damn thing to get it ready to sand, to put the epoxy primer. I'm going to start at the front here and go back, and then while this is drying and setting, and then it gets ready to sand, the part back there that I did yesterday is ready to sand today. But I am tied up with scraping this damn stuff, this tape, off this edge. Anyway, it's a job. Well, the sanding worked pretty good. As long as I get the thick stuff off, it'll take care of the light stuff. So that worked out pretty good. Oh, I can get it knocked out. Boy, I was worried there for a little bit. Got a bad spot there. I got a patch. Dry. Okay. Okay, see that spot right there? I got to re-glass. See how it's down into the fiberglass? I'm going to re-glass that with 2 layers of glass, cloth, and resin. And then I'll buy epoxy epoxy filler on top of that. Okay, I glassed it over. It says it's sandable in 2 hours, so we'll find out. Then I'm going to put epoxy filler on top of that, and then the epoxy undercoat. Well, I went by Home Depot and picked up a bunch of these. Oh, by the way, today's September the 17th, Tuesday. Picked up a bunch of these paint stirrers for 5-gallon cans, and I'm going to use those as supports for the, as you can see here, I'm working one-handed, so anyway, you get the idea. And I'm going to put another coat on these. They're looking really nice. And this is the dull hull to deck joint, and you can see what a pain in the ass to take this tape off. And let's see what else we got going on here. There's the fiberglass patch I made yesterday. I need to sand that out and then put some filler on it. The epoxy filler. And keep working down the side. And I'm going to try to get this whole entire nose painted today. So with the first coat of the epoxy prime coat. So that's where we're at. I'll follow a copy up, and then of course I got to get started on this side here. Start removing this and get this side treated. I only have like 2 weeks left before I have to leave. This is looking really nice. So we're going to get all one coat on and get it sanded, and then we're going to put another coat on everything. And we'll sand, sand, sand. As you see, I have a lot of sanding to do. Woo! And then I got to do it twice. Then I got to do it a third time. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I meant to say, I got tired of paying these ridiculous prices at West Marine, so I went to Home Depot and bought some of their fiberglass resin because I don't need that much of it, and the repairs are not that large. But, you know, you're talking $14 for a quart of their Bondo fiberglass resin, which is recommended for boats, and I think it'll do just fine. So, you know, and also the other thing is I'm substituting the regular MEK for the 202 fiberglass solvent wash to use with the Interlux epoxy prime coat, because that's what you're supposed to use to clean, but they're so stupidly ridiculously expensive. And I looked at the ingredients, and this 202 has got basically nothing but MEK. So anyhow, I might pay the price later. We'll find out. But I think I'm going to be fine.